Alright guys, welcome to my first video. So I know the quality is going to be a little lackluster. It's because I'm recording on my laptop, and I'm sure as the channel grows and everything, it gets bigger, I'll probably invest more into my setup. But for now, I'm just going to be working with what I have. So today's video is going to be the first video, and it's going to be kind of a detailed breakdown of how I plan to become a high value man. I'm 19 years old, so obviously I'm going to put 19-year-old's journey. Alright. So who am I? 19 years old. I'm in the military, a reserve component of the military. I'll probably disclose that a little bit later in my journey. And currently deployed, and it's within the United States. So that's kind of how I have internet access and access to do the things that I'm doing right now. 5'11" and 185 pounds, if anybody was curious. I do consider myself to be in decent shape, but more on that later. I consider myself to be pretty well read and well spoken. I would say I would consider that within my age group. I'd say within my age group, I'd probably classify myself as maybe the top 10%, just based off of my accomplishments so far and my knowledge so far. And that's not to brag. I'm actually a pretty humble person, but I'm also very aware of social values, social standings, etc. So I feel like I'm pretty well equipped to kind of classify myself within the social hierarchy. I'm a homeowner. I actually bought my first house at 19. I'll probably do a video on that. I'm heavily invested into cryptocurrency. Again, something else that I might do a video on. More than likely, definitely will. And I'm also an aspiring amateur boxer. I know that amateur is spelled wrong here, and I'm not looking super well read and well spoken right now, but it is what it is. I'm not going to restart this recording because I feel like it's going good so far. All right. So, my tenets of high value. And before I even start on this, I want to say that I copy and pasted this entire list from a book called The Male Advantage by Chris Sturmey, aka First Man on YouTube. A great YouTuber. He kind of inspired me to start my own channel. So, thank you to him. And if he's watching this video, I just wanted to make it very clear that I ripped this off of him. And with his personality, I'm sure he won't mind, especially with me having given him credit. But so this was taken directly from his book, which I finished within a day after buying it. And these are pretty much, he classifies these traits as an outlier male's traits. So his philosophy is that there really isn't an alpha male per se, in air quotes. It's more so nowadays considered an outlier male. All right, so the tenets, but for my video's sake, I'm going to call them the high value male traits. So going into them, being healthy, having a high level of fitness, and a good muscle size, that to me that all ties into fitness, which I take very seriously. And I feel like, of course, that's a very integral piece of even considering yourself to be high value, because I feel like you can't be high value if you aren't healthy enough to enjoy your high value, if you guys can understand what I mean. So intelligent, successful, cultured, well traveled. So these four to me kind of come over time. There's definitely things that I can do as of right now to accelerate the process as far as intelligence. I would say running my own business. I would say reading and trying to really understand things on a more advanced level than the average person might even attempt to understand. If that makes sense. Successful, that definitely just comes over time. I'm only 19. Can I consider myself successful for my age? Yes. In comparison to the entire global population, I would say I'm a small drop in the bucket, but on my way to filling up the bucket, of course. Being well traveled, again, comes with time. I feel like success comes, and then being well traveled comes after that, if I had to put it in order, but that's coming in due time. Articulate, I think that's kind of ties into intelligence and being cultured, because I feel like the more experiences you have, the more intelligent you are. You're able to convey your ideas a lot better. Being a leader, I would say yes and no, just depending on the your life setup, I would guess. Maybe you have an online business where you employ nobody. Maybe like myself, as of right now, I'm not a leader because I employ nobody. Being self motivated, I think that's obviously an important one. I feel like self motivation needs to come with intelligence, success, and fitness. Focused. again, I feel like that also just ties into intelligence, success, fitness, etc. Being disciplined, of course. With me being in the military, I feel like I do have a higher level of discipline than most people. But even if I wasn't in the military, I would consider myself to be a disciplined person. Being well dressed and having a good appearance, again, I think it's impossible to be a high value male without these two. It would depend on your definition of a high value male. I know different people define it differently. Like someone like on YouTube, like Kevin Samuels or even AMS, they have similar but different definitions of being high value. I think Kevin Samuels, he says that you need to be a six-figure earner. You need to have consistently earned six figures over a number of years. I think it's 5 years. And other high value men need to notice you, accept you, and you kind of need to be within the circles of other high value men. So I think that kind of is a good breakdown on my tenets of being high value, which again, I directly took from the book, The Male Advantage. It's a great book. I read it in a day, and I'm probably going to reread it because I'm sure there's some things that might have gone over my head that giving it a set of fresh eyes, maybe in a month or two, it'll be kind of like I'm picking up where my previous self didn't pick up certain things that were valuable. All right, so moving on. All right, so my current plans slash goals, right? So as far as fitness, I'm going to acquire and maintain a high level of cardio endurance, and I'm going to be boxing and weightlifting 5 times a week, very likely more like 6 days a week. So as far as a high level of cardio endurance, that's strictly for boxing because boxing is my sport of choice right now. And I know even Chris from First Man, he even says that he quit sports in order to be able to focus on weightlifting to building the body that he wants. And I feel like different things work for different people, and I'll probably get to a point like that within my lifetime, just not right now. Right now, I'm not really too focused on getting to, like 210 pounds of just lean muscle. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for that. I'm more interested in becoming an amateur boxer and having my first fight rather than just spending hours and hours lifting weights and meal prepping and bulking, things like that. That's just not my focus right now, but it will be within a number of years, I'm sure. So business, obviously, I want to grow HVJ, which is High Value Journey. It's going to be my YouTube channel, and I'm going to focus on Instagram. And I know you guys have already read this goal as far as growing an OnlyFans agency. Um, I might get into this a little bit later. And everything that I've said so far, everything I will dive into detail with. But as of right now, it's not going to be something that I dive into detail with. I'll give you guys a quick explanation, which is I'm involved with a girl right now. Not my girlfriend. I'm already aware that having a girlfriend right now is really only gonna deteriorate the quality of my journey, I guess I could say. But I do have her on OnlyFans. I do manage her OnlyFans. The way our setup works is I get 20% of what she makes. So far, it's probably been a little bit less than a month, and we've actually seen some pretty decent income. So me being very business minded and not to really toot my own horn, but I tend to be able to cultivate relationships with women and where, they respect me and they understand that I'm kind of hard to replace. So with that, I do believe that I can grow an OnlyFans agency, maybe 4 to 5 girls whose OnlyFans that I manage. And that's gonna come and grow with due time. This isn't something that is taking up a lot of my time. It's actually pretty simple once you have it systematized, but it's a work in progress and I'm learning every day with it. So that's all I'll say on that for now. As far as personal goals, I want to continue to read books that increase my value going back to things like intelligence, to pick like a main tenet. It would be to increase my intelligence and being articulate also, because I do believe that reading, I mean, just depending on the style of book that you're reading, it's going to help with your articulation. And increasing my Spanish proficiency, right? So I guess another piece of information about me is I'm half Puerto Rican and half Nicaraguan. And so, purely Latin, so or Latino with whatever you want, but I want to increase my Spanish proficiency just because I do believe that kind of plays in part with being cultured, which I think is a very important thing. And um, being pretty honest, my preference definitely is Spanish women. I like women of all types. Don't get me wrong, white, black, Spanish, Asian. But if I had to choose one for the rest of my life, definitely Spanish women. I just gravitate to them the most, and they gravitate to me pretty well too. So that's gonna be the video for today. Um, I'm gonna try to upload at once to twice a week, and I'm also going to be trying to break up little clips from the videos to use as things like for Instagram, things like Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. So just bear with me on that. Give it a view if you're trying to help me out. If not, no hard feelings. It is what it is. So that's gonna be the video for today, guys. I understand that it's probably lower quality than a lot of you are used to if you're into the whole red pill space, self improvement space. But I feel like this is just my starting point, and it's gonna be pretty cool to see over the years, over the next 3 to 5 years, how I've grown. And also, as far as when I'll be showing my face, I'll probably be showing my face after I'm done with this deployment. I won't state the exact end date. Just know it's going to be a little over 6 months, which really, in the span of my life, 6 months won't be that long. So, I'm not in a rush. I'm taking it how I'm going to take it. And I hope you guys just can see my journey and kind of follow in my footsteps. Maybe if you're around my age, a little bit younger, a little bit older, I hope you're able to take things from my journey and kind of apply them to yourself in your own way. But thank you guys for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. And for those who watched to the end, please just leave me a comment and kind of tell me what you thought about the video, what I can improve on. Maybe it's the way I speak, of course. I'm sure that'll improve with time. The microphone quality, again, as time goes on, I will improve my microphone quality. Just testing the waters for right now, and I just wanted to get a video out. But again, thank you guys for watching, and please leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the video. Thank you.